like I never left up out this bitch. Damn it. I haven't done this in a long time live, and I forgot that when I start talking, I'm always going to cough. And that if you want to be a professional and a winner, that you shouldn't cough in your intro. I'm sorry. But you know what? I haven't done this so long that I need to make sure that there's not a weird echo. I need to make sure it's working properly before I sit here talking to myself and it's not being recorded and feel like a freaking idiot. Freaking idiot. Because in the beginning of the show, you don't want to say anything bad, right? You gotta do it. We just need to be normal, right? We need to be like everybody else, and make sure that we fit into the algorithm and do what the algorithm wants, because the algorithm is our overlord. And the algorithm is more important than our fellow humans. The algorithm is more important than actual talent. But we're slaves to our algorithm. Slaves. But I'll tell you what. Welcome to my show. My name is Bryan. And really, I just podcast to express my multiple personality disorder, ADHD, and whatever else they want to say. I don't know what the haters are saying these days, you guys. I don't read the comments anymore, you guys. But anyway, I'm back in the Hunter Biden cracked-in basement. Unfortunately, I hit hard times, and I got AIDS this time around. Last time divorce, this time AIDS, and I'm very sick. I have AIDS in my ass, and so I have to live with my family now. So I'm going to be podcasting from the basement, because they actually have internet here. My apartment, they don't have internet. So while I'm pulling a full Easy E here and dying of butt AIDS. And is that where we want to start the show, you guys? I think that I haven't done this in a while, and it would be appropriate. But I've been thinking about Easy E a lot and how he got AIDS. And if you listen to Easy E's rap music, you figure out pretty quick how he got AIDS. Shit, we can do this now, bro. I don't have much internet access, people. What's up, everybody? What's up, Polly? Normal doesn't exist. Even regular people pick their nose and eat it. All right, that makes me feel a lot better. But I mean, you guys, come on, dude. Look at Easy E. I mean, he was definitely pretty fruity. I think, how do you not be smart enough to just make sure the bitches you fuck don't have AIDS? Or maybe that's when the government created AIDS to kill the gays? What is the AIDS conspiracy? I'm out of the loop, you guys. My brain isn't conspiracy centric anymore. I'm sorry. Oh. Seriously though, what was the whole grabble with all that? There's a whole grabble. It was like, oh, the government made AIDS. Well, there's a lot of things that the government does, okay? And they probably did make AIDS. Immunodeficiency disorder. I think AIDS is evil, bro. I don't know. I think it is, or I don't know. Like all the STDs, all the real sketchy STDs, like the herpes. There's evil shit, and how do I know, right? You're asking me, how do I know this? Because I've been around people who have herpes, okay? And I'm not saying I did anything with anybody. But one of the reasons maybe I didn't is because when someone tells you that, I don't know, you don't sleep you don't sleep as good. You feel me? Fuck. This bitch has AIDS. No, but it was just the herpes. But it's like, it's concerned. It just like, because you just don't get it from for some reason, doesn't it always seem like the story that somebody was trafficked or something? Like, oh, that's how I caught it. Like, it's always something fucked. And it's a really bad virus that you can't really get rid of, and you just have to take a medication, and your genitals get gross. It's not good, but there's an evil, like, spirit around it. Like the evil temptation. It's the same vibe as like sexual temptation. But dude, both people that I knew had that shit. Why'd they have that shit? Because they were being over sexual and fucking too many people in sketchy, dirty situations. And I don't know. I don't get, like, I need to take a shower. I need to pray to Allah. I need to stretch because fucking big units in the house, boy. What the fuck? We need to bring back make white dick great again, you guys. We can't lose this war to the Africans. They're beating us out, bro. No, it's a joke. You know what? There is a sector of white men who are actually more interested in black women, and it's a personality thing. I'm one of those people. Dude, Polly dated Michael Vick's sister. What was it again, Polly? It was like Michael Vick's sister or something. Polly's wild, man. He's worked for CERN, dude. Polly knows about hadron colliders. You probably work for the CIA, don't you, Polly? You're keeping my eye on me. Make sure I don't get into that conspiracy talk again. You don't want me waking up the masses. The real problem with most governments is they have no response to real problems. STDs happen. If they don't give people a way to get diagnosed and change their job, then prostitutes give STDs. Yeah, I don't know, man, because when you're in a fallen state, it's easy to fall victim to those temptation traps. But when you're not in a fallen state and you're in a good spot, it's almost like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the fallen state, you're going to take that risk. And I don't know if I could have had sex with this person, this woman. I don't know if I could have done that, even though it's not contagious. Like, it changed things. I kind of stopped trying. But I don't have to try. That's not how that works anyways, you guys. You gotta be retarded if you want to get pussy. That's how it works. You really just gotta be stupid, you guys. You gotta be dumb, dude. It works. Not like dumb in a douchey way, like dumb smart. Retard maxing. I talk about retard maxing a lot. So anyways, I would like to use this as an opportunity to, I don't know, say shit. What the fuck? Live? Even though, like, I don't really have viewers like that, you know what I'm saying? So the chance that someone would even be able to watch this while I'm live in my sphere of influence is not very high. But it's a good time, and maybe if the algorithm worked like it should, it would hear that I'm saying things and it would put me. But let's not get into that, you guys. I don't want to be that guy. I'm a big fan of Tony Hinchcliffe. And Tony is a guy that a lot of people, oh, Tony Hinchcliffe, he's gay, blah, blah, blah. You see Tony, he seems like a gay man. If you're involved in the universe of pulling bitches, which I wasn't very good at for most of my life, but I'm 29. I have good habits. I like to tan. I like to talk in the best way possible. I literally work on myself to talk in the best way possible into a goddamn mic. So yeah, you end up in that sphere. You just go out there and you dive bomb a group of women and you just start saying shit. You just start talking. I sit down, I'll start talking. I'll meet a friend out, dude, homie. I kid you not, you guys. I will go out there and I will just talk loud, and someone talks to me. It just like, it's wild, dude. But it's energy and vibe type shit. But anyways, so I can spot a guy like Tony Hinchcliffe from a mile away, and like you can put he's just got that's his voice. And that's what he looks like. But that dude, like, if you know him and you know that he is a ladies' man. Like, the ladies dig Tony, dude. They dig Tony. And the other thing about Tony, you know why? Because no matter how hot the girl is, dude, they will have, like, model-type girls come up there and try to do a set on Kill Tony. If you're not familiar with Kill Tony, it's a live comedy show where random people sign up to have their names pulled. They get up on the stage. They get 1 minute to try to do a good comedy set. And then they do a little interview. But it's like random people's chance. Anything can happen, blah, blah, blah. But I was thinking that me and Tony together... Just some of the things that I've been thinking about lately. I think that me and him would team up. Now, I don't care about this, you guys. Tony really cares about all this and the media stuff. I don't. I'm more interested in the fun side of things. I would like to use my talent and influence to turn the entire United States of America into a sex cult. I don't know why I thought that, but I just felt like it was possible. And I think that maybe, Polly, do you think it's a cry out for help? Do you think I'm struggling? I don't know, Polly. But I actually don't have AIDS, you guys. That was a joke. We knew that was a joke. I'm just literally having it's literally the opposite of AIDS, you guys. I'm in my parents' basement because I come up here for the weekend when I have my daughter and spend time with family. But I have been kissing ass and taking names, Polly. Like, I've been doing a lot of work every day, and I'm real focused on just full-time job, daughter, podcast, and working out, and partying. It's like, I call it PPPWW. Working out, partying, parenting, podcast. Boom. But you see, I want to put out quality. So if you want to do quality, you kind of got to go back and listen to it all. You can't just shoot the shit on live stream anymore. It's a different game. So I come here with tails. I'm growing a tail. My tail is getting bigger. You feel me, dude? My tail. The tail of me. The tail of Bryan. It's getting bigger. My tail is so big. It just drags behind me wherever I go, my tail. And yeah, I don't want to fall into this the money tard genre where we're now monetizing idiots and fools. And it's like the market for some of these people to even have a voice or have viewers and stuff is ridiculous to me. But it's a lot of kids, and that's what a lot of kids are doing. Like, this is like the Coomer generation. You feel me? This is the young generation. At least I grew up with a little bit without it, But they, it just is life. And I'm not complaining about it, I'm not saying, oh, it's so bad, blah, blah, blah. It's just life. a lot more people are on the internet now because the kids are doing it and there's more and more kids. Okay. You know how life works? It's like exponential. Okay. Until Thanos gets all the Infinity Stones and does this snap that honestly, Team Thanos, dude. You like waiting in traffic? Sometimes it's like, you know what, bro? If you're telling me 50-50 shot, I'm either going to turn to dust or there's going to be no traffic. Dude, I'm in with that. And you know what? I get the realistic. The realism of Thanos doing the snap was that civilization shit the bed because you can't just delete half the people and half of life. Like, we have structures in place. We need certain people to do certain things. Like, society would collapse. Which I've been talking about that for well over a year. Ever since, I mean, that was the first thing I said when I started podcasting. I said, you guys have been out there in the real world and it's pretty cool, but would totally be down for some Mad Max type shit. Fight over resources. Oh, there goes the power grid. My neighbor might eat me in my sleep. Big whoop. You know, you get bored. You get bored. With the normal. But I've been doing good at finding my inches and my new experiences. And that's important, you guys. You ever sit there and you're like, damn, time is going by fast. Time dilation. The rate at that which we perceive time is going to speed up the more routine you are. Now, there's some things in life you have to be routine. It's just very practical to be routine. You wake up, you know, I wake up at like 7 a.m., take a shower. Now, if it's a Friday, I'll do it too. You know what I'm saying? If somebody offers it to me at Friday at 7 a.m. in the morning, I'll do it too. If it's offered to me. But that's just every once an hour type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like once every hour. You just do a toot. What an overrated substance the toot is. What was I talking about, Polly? See, when I record, I've been doing podcasts, but when I record them off air, if I like lose my train of thought, I stop it and go back. But we have the rewind function, you guys. Because I am neurodivergent as fuck. Yeah, routine, being routine. So you get into this routine of doing things and you have your work life, right? You have like your 9 to 5 routine, blah, 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 but it's after and it's the weekends. That's where you don't want to get into too much of a routine. Like you want to be trying different things. You know, I've been going out to this certain sports bar to watch some games, but after a few weeks, it's like, gotta try another place. You feel me? You gotta mix things up. Because the reason people be sitting there feeling like their lives are going by so fast is because they ain't mixing it up no more. And suddenly 10 years went by and you're still using Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still on the same shit. Like even there, everything. Everything needs to be chaos. This is chaos magic. My brain right now, it's telling me it's March 2026. There has been way too many things that have happened this year. Let me tell you, buddy boy, a lot of things have happened this year. A lot of chaos, a lot of different shit, and it's felt like a really long time. The time dilation that I experienced, like this week, this felt like a long week because I was doing all sorts of different shit. So that's like a time dilation tip because that's life. Life is perception, am I right? It ain't nothing different. It ain't nothing too crazy. It's just how you perceive it. What's good, Luke? Got a carton of cigs and black and milds. Yeah, you know, I like to smoke tobacco on the weekends. I prefer some black and milds for sure, dude. Yep, plastic tip. Now, that's the only plastic tip I'm using, buddy. Go get yourself a plan, Bryan. Registered trademark, my lady. But yeah, I was getting into the money tard genre. So we have now this whole genre of people that basically, if you're an idiot, or if you're like a midget, or you have a wide neck or a long neck, you know what I'm saying? You can now get like a roundabout podcast opportunity type shit. You know what I'm saying? You get to go do all the rounds. You get to go on the Nelk Boys. And it amazes me that's what people care about. But at the same time, how much do I really mix up what I'm consuming media-wise, you know? It's not often that we really mix things up. You know, that's why you don't get a lot of new viewers easily. Because people aren't on there humping the search bar. We used to fuck that search bar up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You'd mess this, you'd type whatever popped in your brain, you'd type it into YouTube. We would like be creative and we'd be thinking of stuff that we wanted to like see, and we'd be typing and we find all these small, interesting people. And now the algorithm just feeds us retards. I'm not saying it's like the worst. It's funny. Look, stuff is funny. Stuff is entertainment. But I don't know if it should be monetized like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this wild, wild west internet is working. and hey, look, I'm on the autism spectrum, so maybe I'm not seeing this one right. But I think maybe, just potentially, that in 5 years, you're going to have a massive amount of people that are addicted to social media and listening to podcasts and watching live streams, blah, blah, blah. We're all kind of addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? I got to have the Bluetooth in or I go crazy. I got to listen to music, podcasts, or radio all day. So I'm a consumer just as much as I am a producer. But at a certain point, these people that have been watching I Show Speeds and Adlin Ross and the 100 other people that are millionaires that are pretty much little variations of Aiden Ross, they're just variations of those two guys. And it's the whole pop culture type shit. And a lot of those people are going to mature and get to a point, just like I did, that like, I'm my own man and my own person and my own adult, bro. I don't care about your celebrity gossip anymore. And that was the reason I don't really listen well to like the Joe Rogan stuff and certain people anymore, because it's just turning into a lot of celebrity gossip and then the same political conversations over and over and over and over. Now, Rogan isn't the kind of person I'm picking on. I'm picking on the kind of dumb shit that kind of says like, oh, I'm I Show Speed. I'm going to be streaming all the time, sharing my life, constantly sharing. Look, I'm playing soccer with Ronaldo. I'm getting diddled by Diddy. Welcome to Hollywood, buddy. Like, I'm on Epstein Island with Stephen Hawking and some midgets. Like, welcome to the fucking rodeo. You think those people aren't indoctrinated into that shit? But at what point do we have a massive amount of people, like the kids that are age 10 to 17 in 5 years, that age group, there's just going to be the peak. You're peaking as a man. There's certain things. You're feeling a certain way. Like, this isn't helping me. This isn't even really entertaining me. It's just like I'm living through this meat guy. I show his penis. He showed his penis. And I, come on, you guys. You know I don't have a problem with the cams. Am I a cam boy? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? It's none of your business. But you know what? That's okay to do. But he's underage, and his viewers are underage. So for him to even be with the shirt off, you know what I'm saying? It's redonkulous shit, and these people are going to want more. And that is going to be an opportunity for me that cultivates and creates a backlog of stuff that is wacky. We want the wacky flavor, bro. It's future times. We want to get weird, but something that is guiding you a little bit more and gives you the sense of uniqueness and something developmental for yourself. Now, with that said, is that my only goal? No. Part of my brand is not having goals, you guys. Part of my brand is being all over the place, but in a good way, being well balanced. And we balance the yin and the yang. And I'm going to give one opinion, but then I'm going to tell you the whole other side of it too. We're going to play devil's advocate to the devil's advocate. Like I said, Easy E, maybe he got gay AIDS. He does look a little sussy. I mean, let's just be honest. Those are some DSLs. The last girl I was seeing, her name was Cheyenne. She had DSLs. But she was a lesbian. So she didn't like if you said that. So I didn't say that to her because I'm a good man. Yeah, you know, Polly, I think I remember maybe, doing some live streams talking to you about the girl I had been seeing. You know, I've been definitely having some internal emotional turmoil. Still. But it does not bother me. In fact, it motivates me a lot, and actually is fun. I like it this time around. I'm having fun with this heartbreak. I've been distant to women who are giving me a chance because I liked this one so much. So, but I was the one that broke it off, you guys. I fired her on Monday morning, like a head coach getting fired midway through the season. This shit happens, you know. Go Browns, baby. That's how it be. I'm a Browns fan, bro. That's how we do business. You get fired on a Monday. Sorry, honey. But yeah, you know that's a BryansWorld update. But I'm good at getting my at bats these days, and I don't feel hopeless. And let's just say, in the hypothetical event that I was really feeling like that and wanting to hook up with somebody, it isn't very difficult for me in the modern era. And I try to share why it is like that now with people. I've been talking about the dating world and that kind of stuff a lot because, well, most people allow that to be 50% of their happiness, whether or not they're in a good romantic relationship or not. I mean, people let that define their headspace. Which is ridiculous, because if you think like that, you're really not primed to be a good partner for someone anyways. Or you're not primed to be primed. So, like, yeah, you need to work on yous before yous getting with somebody else. But this generation is the IG generation, instant gratification. Over the years, I've been pretty good with social media scrolling, but not like I have been now. I'll pull up the statistics, bro, but if I were to open the app for Snapchat or Instagram, it's because I'm posting something on my story. And half of it is just a horny lore story. that I'm trying to all the women that follow me over a long period of time, I'm trying to slowly make them like me a lot. I'm trying to cultivate some groupies, okay? And there's gonna be fans, okay? Sorry, you're just a fan, honey. The girls I date, I actually don't let them have my Snapchat, so yeah, sorry. If you're on there. But yeah, I'm very optimistic, and you know what? I'm not even framing myself to be the one that gets this influx of people because they're tired and they want to find something, so they're looking into motivational stuff. They're digging. But I'm saying somebody's gonna eat. Somebody that's spitting out the same flavors that I'm spitting out. Because, dude, the Ideas Matrix is just everything I've experienced and consumed in my life, combined with like the spiritual shit being and just transmuting my neurons through the pineal gland from the spiritual world, transmuting to my brain some kind of like Ideas Matrix, the Ideas Matrix, it comes to you. And the Ideas Matrix has a lot of similar themes, and it'd be interesting as fuck because I've been catching up on Joe Rogan. I haven't been listening to him over the years at all, really. So I've been seeing what he's been talking about, and it's a lot of the same stuff, and it's good. It's Joe Rogan. He's the GOAT. Feel me? Was I going with that? Sorry, I'm kind of brain dead. Yeah, so what I've noticed is that it's like some of the same shit that I'm saying. I listened to the little party one they do with Shane Gillis and Ari Shaffir and Mark Norman, the Protect Our Parks. And they're talking about the prostate. You know, the power of the prostate. And it's like, hey, you guys, you busted nut feels like $1 million, am I right? What if I told you, hey, if somebody knocked on your door and said there was $1 million buried in your backyard, you would at least go look for a hole, wouldn't you? Don't tell me you wouldn't at least go looking. Say, $1 million? Yeah, years ago. You're the righteous owner to this $1 million buried in your backyard. Anyways, this is my notepad from work today. I while I'm working, I do some assembly line type shit, and sometimes I like think of an idea. I gotta write that shit down because we can't have our phones. But I gotta, I won't remember stuff. Neurodivergent, retarded. I don't. I used to have a freaking speech impediment type thing. I had a real issue with translating my thoughts into words. So it's actually crazy that I do this shit. It's weird. It's not like some natural thing. I guess I was decent at talking, maybe. And different. But yeah, today I was thinking about the positive, valuable lessons and wisdom from gang culture. Being about your biz, dude. Standing on ground. Logic over emotion. When you're trapping drugs and pimping hoes, you cannot let your emotions get in the way. It seems like gangsters and gang guys, they carry on through hardship. That they've had a lot of hard times. But they still carry on, and they are supportive of their people. Now, heaven forbid the from the other people and from the other gang comes into your territory. Heaven forbid, but then again, hey, standing on ground, following rules. I mean, there's rules and gangster codes and all that stuff. And yeah, I've talked a lot of shit on gang culture, but I'm trying to be a better person, and I'm trying to be more positive and take the valuable lessons, because I listen to a lot of rap music, and ever since I figured out how to move a dial on a radio, I have listened to three genres that I like: rock, rap, hip hop, and pop music. Just always been on that shit. So it's not like I'm anti-rap music. It's not like I'm listening to Morgan Wallen out here in the country saying like all these N-words and all these gangs shooting each other. And it's like, dude, I lived in Akron, and it was, the gas station down the street from me, dude, they closed the doors 10 p.m. You couldn't get in there after 10 p.m., but you could stand outside, and you could order stuff through like the thing. And they had like bulletproof glass, like they had like the metal rods, dude. It was crazy. But really, just the concept was crazy. I don't really know if I witnessed any crazy behavior there, really. At that gas station, I'd line up with all the ghetto people and the homeless, and we were all there to get either booze or cigarettes or like dip or something, or like a honey bun. And those are good fucking people. Those are some good fucking people that were respectful and fun that I met at the ghetto gas station in Akron, Ohio, home of LeBron James and crack. And I never got a chance to try the crack. I'm still open. California sober, right? As long as the crack doesn't have fentanyl in it. That's just the worry nowadays. You get fettied. Fetty Wap, dude. This is a lot worse than losing your eye, dude. I'm like, damn, she's fine. But yeah, I like that. I like the part of gang culture that the supporting the people, your people. I really like that. And sometimes it's like, oh, they smoked our fool, so we gotta smoke their fool, kind of stuff. But you know what? Again, you're standing on ground. And it's logic over emotion. Do you really want to go smoke the fool? No one wants to smoke a fool. I know the rappers try to make it sound cool, but when look, those guys are just are fruit cakes. Okay, the real dudes on the street. Nobody wants to take a life away. Okay, and the older rappers were very clear, somewhat clear, at least a lot of them, were that, hey, like the Lil Wayne with the teardrop and shit. Like this, we gotta break the third wall and admit that murder is not good. But unfortunately, it came to that because, maybe someone robbed you or something. That happens. That's usually why people get shot. Somebody robs somebody and they get shot. And the gangster, he doesn't want to do it, you guys. They don't want to just go shoot somebody. No one wants to just go shoot somebody. Yeah, the drill rap is very incel to me. I don't think the young kids like this gritty drill rap stuff, and I'm not really a fan of that. It's very incel, and it's just violent. I think that I like the hip hop side of things, the dancey, the sexual nature side. It seems like the drill rap is kind of like the murder only. And it's not even the drug. It's supposed to be like partying and bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be. It's not just the one guy that died. I mean, he had a whole line of songs called Crazy Story 1, Crazy Story 2. And it was just him basically rapping a story of someone getting shot or something, a robbery. It's like the dude's dead. Okay, King Von, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. How dare you call yourself a king like that? Because we are all kings and queens of Babylon. So how dare you put that connotation in front of your name thinking that you're special? Because if you were truly special, you wouldn't be using your voice and influence to spread ideology of murder. It sounds like to me that somebody's a little bit mad about something. Okay? Mr. King Von, rest in peace, but he was a bad dude. He was a murderer. He wasn't good. He was going to go to prison anyways for life. Like, it's not good stuff. But it's like, there may be a very small subsect of women think that is attractive, but buddy, your range is very small being King Von. I mean, the things he says in his songs and the way the dude be and all the murder and stuff, dude, it seems like he's mad, and I wonder if maybe he was like an incel, or maybe he was gay and very angry. Like maybe he got diddled as a kid. It comes from somewhere, you guys. People don't just wake up and go through life like and end up a monster like that dude was. He was from you have hardcore street gangsters saying that kid was fucked. You have you have the dudes on the street saying, yeah, a lot of these rappers are phony. That kid was he like wanted, like, mess with me today. I want to take someone's life type shit. At the end of the day, dude, I would hope that he gets the help he needs, but it's too late now, okay? So, yeah, I don't know. I think that I don't mind murder influence in rap lyrics. It's just with the drill music, it's just, it's a little like virgin-y, maybe. It just seems like me reflecting on my life being a little bit of a late bloomer. Okay, drill rap would be something I'd be into when, like, girls were not an option. It seems like that would be something that and I'm not even like that, you guys. You know I'm not like that. I don't do things to try to attract women. If I happen to have that effect these days, it's by accident. Yeah, dude, you got to sync up with the high power. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier. So everything that I say and do is a product of everything that has happened and I've seen and heard and witnessed in my life, in the ways that I've trained, or everything, literally everything that appears in your visual field, in your ears, your taste, everything, bro. Everything you read, witness, all of it. That is what makes you you. Duh. It's pretty simple of an equation, right? How else would you have gotten here? Other people, right? It's very important. Other people are very important. And this internet shit is good, Polly. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful for us to be able to talk and shit. But I got sucked so heavily into this bitch, and then I got back out there into the real world. And dude, like, when I'm older, the internet is gonna be like the best shit, dude. I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? If I'm older and I can't do much, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love this shit. But as a young person, what I'm trying to teach to all my young fellas out here, Polly, is that, you know, you're a person, Polly, you've lived some life. You've seen some things. You've been around people. Like, how important is it to be around other people? because I was a cynic. I was an alcoholic cynic. And maybe I was around other people, but I was drunk. And things are hazy. And I've come back around on things, and I say, you know what? The world isn't a bad place. It sometimes this internet shit rips us apart. It makes us think that the world is falling apart. And that things are so bad. And then you go outside, you catch me outside, dude. And you know what? There might be a girl who's going into the Navy, and this is one of her last nights going out, and she picks you, buddy. Yeah. She can smell the king of Babylon on your dick from a mile away. She smelled it all night long. And you didn't have to say shit. And this person asks you, okay, a cute, attractive woman with a nice rumpus. You're asking the right guy. Because that is a situation. I'm very situational, you know what I'm saying? If in a normal situation, if someone comes up to me like, okay, you're gonna murder me, what's the catch here? Like, what's going on? But this was like a situational thing. And I said, somebody needs to, I know, because everybody needs Blue Chew nowadays, and the dick game, from what I hear, is weak out there, and I'm tired of it. What's up, Floppy? How's it going? I'm tired of it, you guys. I'm tired of the lack of effort in towards the woman, the lack of compassion and selfishness to want to get your nut off and not care about the other person's nut, and that's fucking wrong. And one of the worst things about our society. The worst. There is nothing worse we can do, because then they're not going to need us. Women aren't going to need us. They're just going to it's going to be like the Matrix, you guys. They're going to put us all in a pod, and we're going to get jerked off all day. And you're going to think it's good, man. And you're just going to be in this dream world getting jerked off in the Matrix all day. Like, you think that you're a banker on Wall Street, but you're getting jerked off by a machine in a pod. The future is grim. And if we don't start being better to these women and making sure that they are getting their rocks off and that we know what we're doing. But part of it is spiritual, and part of it is, if you want to be able to give it out like that, you can't be giving it out like that. You feel me? You got to build your power. You have to say no sometimes. You have to reject sex. You got to have like a month. Even if you're dating someone, married forever, always going to be time periods. Hey, honey, we'll be together forever, but I'm going to need like 2 months. None of that. Let it build up, because you got to respect that shit. It fucks your brain if you don't. I didn't, and it wrecked my shit. When I was married, banging all the time, it was not good. Especially if you're like hypersensitive in that, when you get all excited all the time. Like, it's not, you're blowing out your chia and your humaga, and you need your humaga. Your humaga is like fun. You're going to get moody. Literally going to negatively affect your mood if you're shagging too much. So everyone, stop jizzing every day. Unless you're really going through a hard time and you need the post-nut clarity to fall asleep. That happens, but I'm not saying be a full-on semen retention like Jake Paul or all these guys. I know you don't have to do that. Sometimes you gotta get the poison out of you like at least every 3 days. But I'm telling you guys right now, this is not something I know society and our culture wants to paint it as like an achievement thing. If you frame sex and shit as achievement in your brain, you are going to lose and be less attractive. It's going to hurt your ability to even get in those situations anyways. Okay? The smart ones, the spiritually inclined ones that you want anyways, that the ones that you want, you're going to scare them off with bullshit if you're on that fuckboy shit. I promise you. It will literally change who you attract. You know what kind of ladies talk to me first a lot of the times? Usually one that's looking for a relationship. I don't know exactly why they come up to me asking, but you know what? It's a spiritual thing. It's because my intention is that, you know, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have you go buy the plan, Bryan, that I'm ready to be single dad X2. If you don't want to be with me, good, because Chad Ochocinco is right. If you are the person that I built myself into, a high level elite person, I think it's I don't want to say infecting the bloodlines, because that gets a little bit, although I do like the sound of that. I like the sound of it. But let's not use the word infect. If I can influence as many bloodlines as possible in a positive way, I have done something good for the future of the world. If I am making strong-minded kin, and I'm not going to abandon these kin, but if I can make the strong-minded kin, then I should, you know what I'm saying? This Mormon stuff, it becomes logical if you really think about it. Because if you got it like that anyways, to be able to pull that type of thing off, that means you're an oppressive enough person. You know, you should be, you know, impregnating as many women. I mean, there's the one guy that does like hundreds. Do you think that guy's not awesome? Come on, you guys. You're telling me this dude's got like what? It was something crazy, dude. Who was the guy? We got to Google. We have Google now. I'm not used to having this shit when I do podcasts. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, guy with the most kids. It was like something crazy, like 100. Dude, if he's cranking out like 20 new kids a year even, you think that's not... He fathered 87 children and 2 wives. That was an 18th century Russian peasant. Okay, but it was just 69 children with 1 wife. See, they're doing it wrong. See, then you're only infecting one, or positively influencing one bloodline. Fuck, is he even cool then? Dude, is 87 kids with the same chick even that cool? I don't know, you guys. I guess if she was a strong woman, if she was really hot, I guess. I thought there was some new thing. It was some new guy who was like just shagging, bro. They're saying like hundreds. The man with 1,000 kids. He has around 500 confirmed children. Oh, he donated sperm, though. That doesn't count. It doesn't count, bro. Sorry, you're not the dad. I don't believe in that. Actually, genetically, they are your kids still. I'm sorry, you guys. I shouldn't judge, because maybe some people depended on that. Can they do that? Like when the gays want to have a baby, can they like make it both of them now? Dude, they can. They have artificial Terminator style humanoids amongst us already, probably forever. They've had all the technology they've had has actually always been around. I do like that theory. All right, let me... I need to wrap this up. Let me just see what y'all were saying. I'm sorry I didn't read the chat much, but I'm not used to live streaming anymore. If a zombie says brains and a plumber zombie says drains, then does a pothead zombie say strains? Hell yeah, Polly. Dude, this is great, man. It's exactly what I wanted. A good Polly zinger. Beautiful. Thank you, Polly. A sad event happened because of streaming this week. A genius was taken from us by suicide due to mental illness, possibly exacerbated by his streaming. Daniel will be in this. Daniel Norodsky. Is that like the Daniel that I know? That's not good. But yeah. No, I had one of those in my family this year. Yeah, so I understand. That is a thing that is happening. And the brain can really just shit on you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The brain can really shit on you and really take you to a bad place, even though it's not a bad place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. Yeah. I mean, and then, you know, the paranoid schizophrenia stuff, it's probably with today's information age, dude, and the amount of stuff people are taking in, it's probably more common. It's probably way more common that it's actually diagnosed on people. But yeah, yeah, things are sad. I don't know, Polly. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not the same guy. I'm just a little bit. I'm less emotional of a person. So like I'm kind of utilitarian, and like I'm not trying to sugarcoat a shit sandwich, Polly, but people, you know what I'm saying, when the animal is suffering, you feel me? It's dark, I know, but sometimes the darkness is the light. You feel me? Sometimes the darkness can be the light. So I've kind of had to eat one of those situations in my own family. And that's kind of the conclusion that I came to. I do believe in not mourning that and celebrating people. So, yeah. All right. I see. I can hold it down. Damn, Polly, that comment's been there this whole time. I just didn't see it. I'm not a bad person. I did not read that yet. I did not just skip over that. You know that if I read that, I would have said something. But it is sad, and yeah, part of my agenda is, hey, dude, like, I don't think these streamers, the popular streamers, are putting out a good sentiment at all. And I don't think I'm not with the whole telling everybody they can be something type thing. I don't even tell myself that. It's like, prove it, bitch. Every day, it's like, you're not, no, what the fuck are you, you have to prove it. Hike, you gotta get under the center and make plays. And like, yeah, people set that goal, like, oh, I want to be the streamer, I could be like them, and then they get obsessed with the numbers and the stuff. And like, look, dude, I checked the analytics and shit for research. What does good, what doesn't do good, how can I change this and get more eyes on my shit and target my demographic. But that has to be like a very internal shit. You cannot compare yourself to others. Like, if I see a video get 10 views and then I see another one get 15, I'm going to be like, that one did better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do this whole like it's so minuscule and me compared to they're getting thousands and thousands and I must be worthless. It's like no, the human brain doesn't actually work like that. And for the people that are on here first starting out and you don't have any views and shit, if you're seeing like 3 subscribers and a 0 and like it is a turn off human psychology wise, especially the way we're trained with the likes and the dopamine and shit, you know, this dopamine social media addiction. But yeah, I bring that up because it definitely caused like the whole streaming rat race. I don't know. I was pretty good at internalizing things and taking my dubs and going back and seeing what I was doing well. Instead of just worrying about the numbers and stuff, you got to go back and listen to your own shit. That's so important. And most streaming people, like Tim, for example, my dude Tim that we used to be on here with. He does his Fox News whatever shit. Like if he were to go back and watch one of his streams, he may change the way he's doing things. But when you do 8-hour view grabble streams, you can't go back. You don't have time to go back and analyze what you're saying and decide whether you're actually doing a good job. Because if I compare what I've done under the name BryansWorld compared to Gil Ambrose, it's night and fucking day. Like, I shit on my old self. I wasn't that good. It wasn't good. The live streams and the chasing the stream numbers and the views, it was hurting my brand and it was hurting my vision and it was destroying what I actually wanted to be. And when I stopped paying for my internet and said, fuck this shit, too much money, I'm going to get new internet, but I'm not going to need internet for months because I'm about to put my head down and I want to make a real podcast anyway. Well, I don't need to live stream. I don't need to play video games online. Like, I'm making my sacrifices because I did a realistic analyzation of what I've done this year, and then I listened to what's popular and did some research and went back 100 times and re-listened to everything, all 10 episodes on Apple Podcasts, like 10 times each. And I was like, okay, Joe Rogan's making $200 million. You tell that Brinks truck sitting outside the mall to bag that ass up, baby, bag that ass up on the daddy's house, because give me $1 million in cash right now, because that's how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna feel like $1 million. And dude, that stuff is just manifestation stuff. You might as well think like that. It's fun or life. Oh, to envision yourself as being on a high level with something after you've realistically analyzed it. Oh. But yeah, you know, the future is bright, but that's because the sun comes up every morning. Of course it is bright. Bam, 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 boom. It comes up every day. Okay, yeah, Polly, I hear what you're saying. I guess some people are almost Vulcan and have no sexual inclination except once every 17 years. It's almost like they have a cicada in their pants. Yes, the cicadas only come out when there's about to be a great flood. Yeah, boy, it's about to be a great flood every 2 weeks when I go out to that's how I am every 2 weeks. When it's my free weekend, like, what am I gonna do this weekend? Well, I'm at least going to the bar, and I'm at least gonna put on my binoculars and see what's up. You feel me? Oh shit. But yeah, no, I don't have that the daily urge that so many people in my generation get sucked into, of needing to go on the dating apps and needing to talk to a girl and blah blah blah. I need to try to blah blah blah. Like, forget about it. And you know what? I found that if you do forget about it, you smells, bro. Your pheromones. I've talked about this, Polly. The pheromones. There's different chemicals for different emotions in your sweat. So like If your balls smell bad, that means you're a fucking douche. Okay, I'm gonna end there. That was nice. All right. Yeah, thanks for popping by, everybody. As always, keep it real. Um, I'm never gonna be a full-time streamer in any kind of capacity, but I work on shit every day. I try to do 1 to 3 shorts um before I upload a show. I go through the whole thing and edit and make sure she's good to go. So we're in that manifested future right now, dude. I'm out there doing the Kings of Babylon shit, going hard, enjoying parenting, just trying to rock it. But you don't. Last thing I'll say here, don't get caught up into that game where like, oh, everything's so great now, I did it, blah blah blah. Don't do that. You got to actually be harder on yourself and tell yourself that you're at the more of a rock bottom than you ever were, even if things are the best they ever were. Because, dude, looking at how far I came with my personality and my average thought behavior, I mean, yeah, there's like president of the United States, but then there's, again, maybe like some kind of, there's 7 billion people in the world. Like, I could maybe be God. Like, like the God dude in the sky. Like, I think, based on what I've accomplished so far, I think that at some point I can and spiritually transcend into an ominous being, ominous all-watching being in the sky. I think I can pull it off, but I'll keep y'all posted on that. But other